Hello students, how are you all? Welcome to Affairscloud, Learn to Lead. My name is Vikas Rana. So students, we have an app by the name Careers Cloud which you can go and download through the Play Store for Android phones. Once you have downloaded and logged in with your Gmail ID, you will be transferred to your home page where you can see all the courses that are offered by us. Once you have purchased the course, you can see your courses in the My Course section. But why our courses are so better? Why we think we provide you one of the best content? Because we provide you content on daily basis. In the daily basis, we provide you current affairs with 20 questions quiz as well as the PDF of the current affairs of daily. Then similarly for weekly, on weekly basis we provide you current affairs PDF as well as a 50 questions quiz that will help you to revise all the content that you have learned. Then on monthly basis also we provide you top 100 current affair questions PDF that will be the compiled PDF of the 100 questions of that particular month that will be very helpful for you. And not just this friends, we provide you in English as well as in Hindi too. So both English and Hindi students can enjoy our courses. Apart from this friends, we also provide you banking related question answers, the banking related MCQ questions, the quizzes that will help you prepare for the bank exams. Not just that friends, we provide you a new way of learning, that is your infotainment infographics. That is a different and interesting way of learning. Apart from this, we cover 20 topic wise current affairs. These topics are important such as apps, portals, important days, books and authors days, national affairs, international affairs, sports, defense, all these topics, these are highly important and questions from these particular topics are asked. Also we cover state-wise current affairs also that will help you to prepare for your state exams. Also friends, as I told you, if you use the code Vikas10, you will be given extra 10% discount on the purchase you make. If you have any problem regarding login and your application, then you can contact us on support@of Affairscloud.com. This is our email ID and you can contact us on our mobile phone, that is 9677333862. Hello students, how are you all? I hope you are all good. So students, in this video we will be discussing important current affairs of 23rd of August. The session will be very important and interesting, so do pay attention till the end. Also friends, I'll suggest you all the newcomers to start making notes while watching the video. Here you can see the current affairs of yesterday's video. This is the homework questions and all the correct answers are given here. All the 9 questions that I gave you have been provided here by our session. So congratulations our session, you have given all the correct answers and best of luck for your future preparations also. The first question that we are discussing is your under which act minutes of the Monetary Policy Committee meeting are released. So remember, under the act of RBI Act, it is your Reserve Bank of India Act. Option B. According to section 45 ZL of the RBI Act of 1934, Reserve Bank of India or Reserve Bank publishes the minutes of the proceedings of the meeting of the 14th day after every meeting of the Monetary Policy Committee. So the correct option here is option B. Next, which company has developed India's first indigenously developed RT-PCR kit for testing monkeypox disease? Don't confuse it RT-PCR with your COVID test. Alright, we are talking about an RT-PCR kit for testing monkeypox disease that was developed by which organization? It was developed by Transasia Biomedicals. Alright, it was Transasia Biomedicals that developed the India's first indigenously developed RT-PCR kit for the testing of monkeypox disease. Alright, next, which institution released an article titled Privatization of Public Sector Banks, an Alternate Perspective? This particular article that stated privatization of public sector banks, an alternative perspective, was released by which organization? It was released by RBI, Reserve Bank of India. Alright, they published this particular in August in 2022. As per the authors of the article, instead of a big bang approach, a gradual approach as announced by the government would result in a better outcomes. So correct option is option B. Next, which country is the host of the Pitch Black Air Combat Exercise? I repeat, we have done this in Pitch Black exercise. We discussed yesterday that It was hosted by Royal Australian Air Force. From Indian side, four Sukhoi 30 Mark 1 aircraft took part in this. This was held. What was the location? It was in Australia only, and around 17 countries or 17 countries, along with 1,000 personals, 2,500, more than 1,000 personals, and you can say around more than 25,000 personals and 1,000 aircrafts took part in this particular pitch black exercise that was conducted or hosted by Royal Australian Air Force. So remember, it was Australia that hosted the pitch black air combat exercise. Next, Artemis 3 is the crewed moon landing mission of which country? As simple as that, Artemis mission is of United States of America, or you can say it is of which space organization? It was launched by NASA. It is scheduled for to be launched in the year 2025, third Artemis program. All right. All right. Let's move to the friends now news part. All right, we know news is very important for today, so let's discuss and do make notes of the all the news friends we are discussing. First, we are talking about hydrogen fuel cell bus. All right, I repeat, our Union Minister Jitendra Singh has unveiled the first hydrogen fueled cell bus. That means this bus will be working on hydrogen fuel, and I have told you multiple types of hydrogen fuel are there. There is green hydrogen, there is blue hydrogen, there is yellow hydrogen, but among all the colors of the hydrogen or all the different types of hydrogen, green hydrogen is considered to be the best hydrogen, because when green hydrogen is burnt, then there is no carbon release into the atmosphere. That means only water will be released and no carbon is taken as a residue format also. Alright, so remember, India's first indigenously developed hydrogen fuel cell bus was launched by our Union Minister Jitendra Singh. What was the location? Where was this launched? It was launched in Pune, Maharashtra. Important. I repeat, in Pune, Maharashtra, the India's first indigenously developed hydrogen fuel cell bus was launched by Union Minister Jitendra Singh. Now the next question becomes that it was developed by which organization? So remember, it was co-developed by Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, National Chemical Laboratory, that is your department of NCL, Central Electrochemical Research Institute, that is another department of CSIR, and KPIT Technologies Limited, an Indian multinational corporation headquartered in Pune, Maharashtra. So CSIR's two department and KPIT Technologies Limited, they came together to develop this India's first indigenously developed hydrogen fuel cell bus, and it was launched where? It was launched in Pune, Maharashtra. This mission is inspired by National Green Hydrogen Mission. If we talk about CSIR, remember CSIR, who is the Director General, and we remember what we studied about is that she became the first female Director General of CSIR. She is Dr. N. Kalashilvi. And where is the headquarter of CSIR? It is located in New Delhi. Not just this friends, apart from this, remember, if we talk about Pocket PDF that you will be getting on the application, you will get this on the 7th of every month. Alright, Pocket PDF we are talking about here. Then apart from Pocket PDF, if we talk about topic wise current affairs, you will be getting 7th of every month. Easily on the 7th of every month you will be getting these topic wise current affairs. Then if we talk about banking exams, so for banking exams you will be getting the PDF on or before 12th of the date. Alright, that means every month before the 12th of every month you will be getting the banking awareness current affairs PDF. For weekly, remember friends, weekly you will be getting every 7 days. These are some of the information that I want to give you, because I see in the comment section that all the students are telling us that sir, when we will be providing the current affairs, when we will be receiving such and so current affairs. So just a hint to you guys, just an information that you should keep in mind, that yes, you will be provided. If you have paid for the course, definitely you will be provided with the current affairs and with the PDF. So don't think about it. All right, you should not spend your energy on that particular information. Instead, you should focus on studying. Alright, similarly, if we talk about static and state-wise, say for example, static current affairs will be provided to you on 10th. For state-wise current affairs, for state-wise, you will be provided on 20th. Similarly, the top 100 questions PDF will be provided to you on the 10th of every month, and the monthly that we are talking about, the monthly PDF will also be provided to you the 10th of the next month. And this also, both top 100 questions and monthly. For example, for this month that we are talking about, say for August month, you will be provided with top 100 questions and monthly PDF on the 10th of the next month. All right, and if we talk about the PDF quiz, if we talk about the quiz section, remember every 7 days after weekly content is published, you will be provided with the PDF quiz. Highly important. So these are some of the information that I want you all to remember. Next we are talking about Mithilia Makhana. If Mithilia Makhana, we have been eating these types of food or this Makhana food from very long time. Alright. So remember, recently government has awarded GI tag, that is your geographical indication tag, to Mithilia Makhana. Can you tell me from which state is this Mithilia Makhana located? This is from Bihar. Alright, this is one of the major import foods from Bihar. So government of India has awarded GI tag, that is your geographical indication tag, to Mithilia Makhana from Bihar, which would enable farmers to get maximum price for their produce. This decision is anticipated to benefit over 5 lakh farmers in the Mithilia region of Bihar. Highly important. Also remember, if we talk about this GI tag, a GI tag is primarily a product that comes from a specific geographical location, whether it is be manufactured product, that is handicrafts and industrial goods, or a natural product or an agriculture product. After the product receives the GI tag, no individual or company may sell a similar item under that name. This tag is valid for 10 years, after which it can be renewed. Alright, so this is your GI tag, and recently it was Mithilia Makhana of Bihar that got the GI tag. Moving on. Next news. Next we are talking about our Union Minister of Tribal Affairs Arjun Munda has launched Grameen Udyami project. Why was this Grameen Udyami project launched? This was launched to promote skill development and entrepreneurship amongst the tribal youth. I repeat, in order to develop the skill of entrepreneurship and to develop more entrepreneurship mindset in the tribal youth people, this Grameen Udyami project was launched by the tribal minister Arjun Munda ji. I repeat, highly important. National Skill Development Corporation, in collaboration with Seva Bharti Kendra and Yuva Vikas Society, has launched the phase 2 of the Grameen Udyami project. Highly important. Which organization we are talking about? NSDC, Seva Bharti Kendra and Yuva Vikas Society. These three organizations together launched the phase 2 of Grameen Udyami project. And what is the aim of this project? Grameen Udyami, we discussed. The aim of the Grameen Udyami project was to increase the skill training in tribal communities in order to promote equitable and sustainable growth, as well as to develop the entrepreneurship mindset in the youth of people. Now the phase 2 of this project has been launched. The aim of the first phase was to develop entrepreneurship mindset, and the aim of the second phase is to increase skill training in tribal communities in order to promote equitable and sustainable growth. Highly important. And this mission was launched by whom? Arjun Munda ji. You have to remember these three organizations that together came to launch the phase 2. If we talk about the Grameen Udyami project, remember the Rural Tribal Technical Training Program, that is Grameen Udyami, is a unique multi-skilling project that is funded by NSDC that intends to train 450 tribal students in Madhya Pradesh and Jharkhand. The Grameen Udyami project is implemented under the Sansadiya Parishankula Yojana. Alright. Also friends, remember it is being carried out in 6 states. And what are those states? Maharashtra, Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, Jharkhand and Gujarat. These are the 6 states where this program is being carried out. Next, Punjab, Haryana has agreed to name Chandigarh Airport after Bhagat Singh. Highly important news. Remember, Punjab and Haryana together have agreed to name the Chandigarh Airport, that is your Chandigarh International Airport, after freedom fighter Shahid Bhagat Singh. Highly important. Alright, as Chandigarh is the joint capital of both the states and Chandigarh administration is involved. That means Chandigarh is the capital of both the states, that is Punjab and Haryana. So this Chandigarh administration is involved in the construction and modernization of the airport. Both sides agreed to name Chandigarh International Airport after Bhagat Singh, who is a very famous freedom fighter. All right. Next news is government has targeted to eliminate Kala Azar from the country by the year 2023. So what is the target of government of India to eliminate Kala Azar from India? It is the year 2023. Highly important. Kala Azar, remember, this is a tropical disease that is transmitted by the bite of a sandflies, and it is the deadliest parasitic layer after malaria. So question can be asked, what is Kala Azar caused because of? It is caused because of a parasite and a bite of a sandfly. So remember the target. This is important. What is the target of government of India to eliminate Kala Azar from the country? It is 2023. Next is Indian Navy and SAC ISRO, that is your Space Application Center of ISRO, has signed a memorandum of understanding for cooperation on the satellite-based naval applications in oceanology and meteorology. This is basically related to your climate. So coming back, it was Indian Navy and Space Application Center of ISRO that comes under the aegis of ISRO in Ahmedabad, Gujarat, have signed a memorandum of understanding on data sharing and cooperation on the satellite-based naval applications in oceanology and meteorology in order to share data in the field of oceanology and in the field of meteorology. Indian Navy and Space Application Center of ISRO, that is located in Gujarat, Ahmedabad, has signed a memorandum of understanding. So these two organizations came together that they will be sharing information between themselves in the field of oceanology and meteorology. Highly important. Also, the MOU also aims to encourage meaningful interaction and professional exchanges between the Indian Navy and Space Application Center. Here, the area of cooperation includes sharing of non-confidential observation data, operation exploration of the SAC, that is the Space Application Center's generated weather products. Alright, so with the help of all these things, new models will be developed and that will be helping in the development of the country only. Because we know the eastern coast here, it faces huge storms, huge cyclones. So with the help of this meteorology data and oceanology data, even we can be prepared for upcoming situations also or upcoming disasters. Next is Culture Ministry has launched Bade Chalo campaign under Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. Ministry of Culture has launched this Bade Chalo movement under Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav to create a youth-centric activation for greater outreach of Amrit Mahotsav. The campaign was launched in 10 cities every day from 5th of August to 11th of August, and the grand finale of the event culminated on the 12th of August 2022. Highly important, friends. I repeat, this Bade Chalo campaign was launched by which ministry? This is the question that will be asked to you here. It is the Ministry of Culture that has launched this Bade Chalo campaign, and it was a youth-centric activation for greater outreach of Mahotsav, that is Amrit Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. This was launched in how many cities? This was launched in 10 cities from 5th to 11th of August. Also remember, to celebrate Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, India has flagged off warships in 6 continents. All right, different warships will be going to 6 continents on earth to celebrate to our Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. Next, important news, friends. Remember, SEBI, Securities and Exchange Board of India, has joined the account aggregator ecosystem, AA ecosystem. I repeat, What is done under AA framework? First of all, remember financial information providers in securities market like depositors and asset management companies through their registrar and transfer agents will provide financial information pertaining to securities market to the customers and consented financial information users through any of the aggregated registered with RBI. Not just this, friend. Apart from it, if we talk about AA framework, it is a AA, that is your account aggregator. It is a type of RBI. It is AA is a type of RBI regulated entity that is helps an interested individual to securely and digitally access the share information from one financial institution they have on account to any other regulated financial institution in the AA network. I repeat, account aggregator is a type of RBI regulated entity that helps an interested individual to securely and digitally access and share information from one financial institution to another financial regulated institution in the AA network. It replaces the hassle of long term and conditions like sharing physical, signed, and scanned copies of bank statements, stamped documents of other person's username and password with a simple mobile based, simple, and safe data access and sharing process. So, recently, who has joined the AA, that is your account aggregator ecosystem? It is your SEBI that has joined the account aggregator framework. If we talk about SEBI, can you tell me who is the chairperson of SEBI? Who is the chairperson of SEBI? Madhabi Puri Bak. Where is the headquarter of SEBI? It is in Mumbai, Maharashtra. Can you tell me when was the SEBI or when was SEBI established? SEBI was established in 1988. Can you tell me when it became the statutory body? SEBI became a statutory body in 1992. Highly important. All right. So we can also say that SEBI came into force on 30th of January 1992, and in the year 1992 only it became a statutory body. Also, if question asks when was SEBI constituted, so SEBI was constituted on 12th of April 1988, but it was launched, or you can say it came into force in 1992 and it became a statutory body in 1992. Next, Indians remitted around 6 billion in the first quarter of fiscal year 23 under liberalized remittances schemes as per the data released by RBI. I repeat, according to the data released by Reserve Bank of India, remittances by Indians under the liberalized remittance system increased 64.75% to over 6.04 billion in the first quarter of the fiscal year 22-23. That is up from 3.6 billion in the first quarter of 22. That means the outward remittances. Also, you should know in the first quarter of fiscal year 23, the outward remittances increased as Indians increased their spending on gifts, international travel, and the maintenance of their close relatives. Also, if we talk about LRS, that is your liberalized remittance scheme, this liberalized remittance scheme was launched on 4th of February 2004 with an initial ceiling of 25,000 US dollar. The LRS scheme has been gradually revised to align the current macroeconomics and microeconomic situation. Remember, the scheme, that is your liberalized remittance scheme, this LRS scheme allows all residents including minors to freely remit up to 250,000 US dollar each fiscal year from any permitted current or capital account transactions or combination of both. All right. So just remember, Indians remitted around $6 billion in the first quarter of fiscal year 2023 under the liberalized remittance scheme, and this data was released by whom? This data was released by RBI. Moving on, IRDAI, that is your Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India, is set to launch upgraded version of IGMS as Bima Bharosa. Bima, what is Bima? I have told you always that remember, if there is a Bima, that means it is related to insurance. So recently, what is this IGMS? Remember, first of all, Integrated Grievance Redressal System. So IRDAI is set to launch the upgraded version of their Integrated Grievance Redressal System as Bima Bharosa. That will be the updated version of the grievance redressal mechanism. The aim of this new version is to file complaints with more efficient options of customers that can be filed up into 13 regional languages. I repeat, who launched this Bima Bharosa, the upgraded version of the Bima Bharosa? It was launched by IRDI, and this is the upgraded version of the integrated grievance redressal system. This will be launched in 13 regional languages, and Bima Bharosa will be a time bound manner for customers, and messages will be sent to the petitioner's mobile or email ID after the complaint has been registered. So who launched this Bima Bharosa? IRDAI. It is an upgraded version of integrated grievance redressal system. That means in order to solve your problem, the system has been upgraded and you will be provided with better facilities also now. Next, we are talking about appointment. Minish Shah to hold the charge as the NDDB chairman for another 6 months. Remember, Minish C. Shah, who is the Executive Director of the National Dairy Development Board, will be holding the charge as the Chairman of the National Dairy Development Board for another 6 months. Highly important, till 30th of November 2022. Alright, the post of full-time chairman of NDDB is vacant since December 2020, when the chairman of NDDB, Dilip Rath, demitted office after being elected to the board of International Dairy Federation. Highly important. Alright, remember this. Minish C. Shah's time period has been extended to what? Expanded by what? It has been extended by 6 months. Highly important. Move. Now one more thing, friends. If we are talking about International Dairy Federation, remember India will host the world's biggest dairy conference on the International Dairy Federation's World Dairy Summit 2022 in New Delhi, and this will be hosted from 12th to 15th of September in the year 2022 only. That will be the world's biggest dairy conference. And the theme on which this day World Dairy Summit or World Dairy Conference will be based is Dairy for Nutrition and Livelihood. I want you all to take a note of this. When will be the IDF World Dairy Summit will be held? It will be held from 12th of September to 15th of September. It will be the world's biggest dairy conference, and the theme on which this International Dairy Conference will be held is Dairy for Nutrition and Livelihood. This will be the theme. So coming back, if we talk about NDDB, remember when was this established? 1965. Where is the headquarter? The headquarter is in Gujarat. Alright, and who is the founder of this National Dairy Development Board? Verghese Kurien. And we remember Verghese Kurien, he is known as the father of White Revolution. Father of White Revolution, Verghese Kurien. Moving on, friends, here you can see IDF World Dairy Summit. It will be the world's biggest dairy conference, and this will be from 12th to 15th of September in New Delhi, and the theme will be Dairy for Nutrition and Livelihood. Next, Alkesh Sharma has been nominated to United Nations Internet Governance Leadership Panel. Highly important. United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres has appointed Alkesh Kumar Sharma, who is the Secretary of the Union Department of Electronics and Information Technology, to the 10-member Internet Governance Forum Leadership Panel. Just remember, Alkesh Kumar Sharma has been appointed to the United Nations Internet Governance Leadership Panel. Highly important. Alright, you have to remember this. If we talk about Alkesh Sharma, he is a 1990 batch Kerala cadre Indian Administrative Service Officer from Rajasthan. Also remember, he has earlier served the United Nations Development Program as the National Project Director for the Urban Development and Poverty Alleviation. Alright, next. And one more thing, what does this IGF panel will do, leadership panel? The panel was constituted based on the recommendation of United Nations Secretary General Roadmap for Digital Corporation for dealing with strategies and urgent issues on the internet. The panel advises on policies issues on the internet in both public and private sectors. So Alkesh Kumar Sharma has been appointed to this IGF leadership panel. Next is Vijay Shekhar Sharma. We all know him. He has been appointed now by the shareholders' approval. He has been reappointed to the post of the Paytm CEO. Highly important. I repeat, who has been appointed as the or reappointed as the CEO of Paytm by the approval of their shareholders. He is Vijay Shekhar Sharma. Highly important. All right, Vijay Shekhar Sharma has been reappointed as the managing director for 5 more years with a significant major voting of 99.67% by the shareholder. He will be designated as the managing director and chief executive officer of the company, and his remuneration is fixed for the next 3 years without any annual increment. All right. Next, next we will be talking about a new species of a long-fingered bat discovered in India and Sri Lanka. Here you can see the name of this new species is Minopetrus philippis. I repeat, Minopetrus philippis. This is the name of the new species of the bat that has been discovered in India and Sri Lanka by the researchers of using DNA barcoded specimen. Highly important. Remember this information that this is the name of the new species of the bats that has been discovered, where that was discovered in two countries, that is India and Sri Lanka. Next, new species of the bent toe gecko also found in this new species of the gecko has been also found where they have been found in the Agastyamalai hills of the Western Ghat, that is in Tamil Nadu. Also remember what is the name of this new species. Here you can see this has been named as Arvind's ground gecko. I repeat, a group of researchers has discovered a bent toe gecko from Agastyamalai hills, that is in Western Ghat, Tamil Nadu. It was given a common name, that is Arvind's ground gecko. Also remember where were these found? They were found in the Agastyamalai hills. All right, Agastyamalai hills. Highly important. This was a species of gecko. Next is India's. Well, remember this is related to sports. All right. India's Grandmaster R. Pragnanda has defeated the world number one Magnus Carlsen and finished runner-up in the FTX Crypto Cup of 2022. I repeat, Indian Grandmaster R. Pragnanda defeated world number one Magnus Carlsen of Norway and finished as a runner-up in the FTX Crypto Cup of 2022, the American finale of championship tour organized from 15 to 21st of August in Miami, Florida, USA. So, question can be asked that Indian Grandmaster R. Pragnanda defeated the Magnus Carlsen during which round? During the Crypto Cup of 2022. FTX Crypto Cup. Moving on. Next is Manisha Kalyan has set foot as the first Indian woman to play in the UEFA Women's Championship League. I repeat, Manisha Kalyan, Indian footballer striker. Also, she was awarded as the Women Footballer of the Year award. Also, she's 20 years old. She is from Punjab and she became the first Indian to play in the Union of Euro Football Association, that is UEFA Women's Champion League, by making her debut for the Apollo Ladies Football Club in the European Club competition in Cyprus. Alright, so who became the first Indian woman to play in the UEFA Women's Championship? She is Manisha Kalyan. She is 20 years of age. She is from Punjab. Next, former Jharkhand governor Syed Sibde Razi has passed away. As you can see in the picture, he is a senior Indian National Congress leader and a former governor of Jharkhand and Assam, has recently passed away. Next is International Day of Remembrance of and Tribute to the Victims of Terrorism. This day is observed on 21st of August. Do mark this. This is important. 21st of August marked the commemoration of the 5th International Day of Remembrance and Tribute to the Victims of Terrorism. Next is International Day of commemorating the victims of acts of violence based on religion or relief. This day is observed on 22nd of August. Highly important. Next, on 21st of August, we observe World Senior Citizens Day. That is 21st of August. Alright. In order to celebrate, in order to remember our senior citizens, and in order to remember that we should care for them. Alright. And we should help them during this age. This day is observed on 21st of August. So friends, now we will quickly revise all the current affairs that we just saw. Jitendra Singh has unveiled the CSIR KPIT developed India's first hydrogen fuel cell bus in Pune, Maharashtra. Government of India has granted GI tag to Mithilia Makhana to boost the farmers' income. Government of India launched the phase 2 of Grameen Udyami project to promote skill development and entrepreneurship among tribal youth. Punjab Haryana agrees to name Chandigarh International Airport after Bhagat Singh. Government targets to eliminate Kala Azar from the country by the year 2023. Important. Indian Navy SEC ISRO has signed an MOU for cooperation on satellite-based naval applications in oceanology and meteorology. Next, Culture Ministry launched Bade Chalo campaign under Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. SEBI has joined RBI's account aggregator system. Indians remitted 6 billion US dollar in quarter 1 of the fiscal year 23 under LRS scheme of the RBI data. Then IRDI set to launch the upgraded version of the IGMS as Bhima Bharosa. And Bhima, I have told you, this is related to your whenever it is related to Bima, then remember it is related to insurance. Next, government extended tenure of Minish Shah as the NDDB chairman for 6 months. Alkesh Sharma nominated to the United Nations Internet Governance Leadership Panel. Paytm has reappointed, or Paytm stakeholders has reappointed Vijay Shekhar Sharma as their MD for 5 years. New long-fingered bat species were discovered in India and Sri Lanka. Then, new species of bent gecko were also found in the Agastyamalai hills of Tamil Nadu. India's Grandmaster R. Pragnanda has defeated world number 1 Magnus Carlsen during the FTX Crypto Cup 2022. Manisha Kalyan, she is 20 years of age, she is from Punjab. She has set her foot as the first Indian woman to play in the UEFA Women's Champions League. Jharkhand Governor Syed Siptej Razi has recently passed away. Vice President Venkaiah Naidu unveiled a book, Sing, Dance and Pray, on ISKCON founder. Then, Indian International Day of Remittance of and tribute to the victims of terrorism was observed on 21st of August. International Day commemorating the victims of the act of violence based on the religion or belief is observed on 22nd of August. And World Senior Citizen Day, this is an important, is observed on 21st of August. So friends, these are your important current affairs and news for the day. Now it's time for your homework. First question is, which is the first Har Ghar Jal certified state in India? Second, where was the India's first double-decker AC electric bus unveiled? Third, what is the name of the online marketplace feature of the Matsya Setu mobile app which was recently launched? Fourth, which state government has announced to set up Grameen Ajivika Park, that is rural industrial parks? Fifth, when is the World Photography Day observed? So friends, these are your 5 important homework questions and I want you all to comment below the answer of each and every one of them. And don't cheat friends, alright? Also take notes, that will be helping you, and do revision as much as revision is possible. Keep on revising the current affairs, that will help you to clear your government exams. So that's all for the day friends. Thank you and have a nice day. That's all for the day friends. I hope you enjoyed the session, and you can follow us on the YouTube channel, as well as apart from YouTube channel you can go and follow us at Affairscloud Telegram channel. And if you have any queries related to the content or the courses offered to you or the payment which you did on the application, you can contact us on the number provided, that is 7677333862. Apart from this friends, you can follow us on the Facebook as well as on Instagram handle, that is Affairscloud_official. In the end friends, if you use a code that is Vikas10, you will be getting an additional extra 10% discount by using this code Vikas10. Also, if you have any problem regarding the course purchase, any problem regarding to our application, you can contact us on the mobile number, that is 9677333862. And if you want to mail us, you can also mail us on support@affairscloud.com, and I assure you that our representative from us will be contacting you soon and resolving your issue.